Joining us on today's edition of Aso Briefing, I am Joy Annie. Our top stories. President Tinubu scraps Presidential Committee on Federal Properties amid rising litigations. FCT Minister Barrister Wike expresses confidence in timely completion of key FCT road project. And on business, subsidy removal saving observed by debt servicing costs. And of course, Sport says Nigeria shines in Glasgow as Nwachukwu Enekwechi Anamusan wins medal. You're watching Aso Briefing. We are live on the TV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF band on channel 38. We now go ahead with details of all the stories. Now, President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate dissolution of the Presidential Implementation Committee on the Litigation of Federal Government Properties, also known as PIC, citing that its activities has gone beyond its original mandate, leading to multiple litigations across the country. The directive was announced in a statement issued by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga. According to the statement, President Tinubu directed that all matters relating to the activities of the dissolved committee will now be handled by the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi. The Presidential Implementation Committee was established in 2000 during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Its mandate was to oversee the privatization, sale and lease of federal government land assets under the government monetization policy. The committee included representatives from several ministries, the Nigeria Police Force, and both the public and private sectors. The statement recalled that in March 2001, the Federal Executive Council approved the establishment of a panel of inquiry to produce a white paper to guide the implementation of the committee's recommendation. Adding that the panel worked for 21 months before submitting its report. Meanwhile, President Tinubu also urged state governors to focus on building roads to enhance security agency surveillance instead of erecting flyovers where vehicular movement are lethal. He spoke when Oyo traditional rulers visited in Abuja. He told governors to prioritize projects that impact and enhance the quality of life of the citizens. He said, with the increase in allocation to states, there is no excuse for governance at the moment, like what was obtained in the past. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike, says ongoing road projects across the nation's capital remain on course for completion before the end of the year, expressing confidence in the contractors handling the jobs. Speaking after another round of project inspections, the minister praised the quality of work, reaffirmed the FCT administration's commitment to meeting its obligations, and said the infrastructural transformation of Abuja under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is evident.
Well, you know, that's a national project, and I believe that is one project that government should reconsider. Should be a tourist center project. The capital involved is too huge for the FCT to have this one statutory budget. We have discussed with the contractor. Remember that project was awarded under Obasanjo regime. As I speak to you, is not less than 300 to 400 billion. The other projects in Abuja will have to be abandoned. But we are still talking to the president that we should be considered it as a national project. And for me, it's a confidence. It's a confidence. That's why most companies, even if we have not done our own part, they still go ahead, knowing fully well it's a confidence. That's why most companies, even if we have not done our own part, they still go ahead, knowing fully well that at the end of the day, we will still fulfill our own obligation. That's what is required. And that trust is there between us and these companies, and I have confidence in them. I'm happy. I can tell you I'm highly elated with the level of job, with the level of construction, and the quality that we have seen. And every right-thinking person in this country, in this city, will agree that indeed the Tribus administration has transformed Abuja to a world-class city. It's not that everything has been done, but you can see the commitment of the administration to a world-class city. It's not that everything has been done, but you can see the commitment of the administration. That's what is important. There's serious commitment, and people are happy. People are happy, and I believe that even you, the media, you can attest, even if we are not there, you become our ambassadors to say, look, we have gone, we have seen, and we can attest to the fact that things have changed. So I don't want to be pessimistic. I'm very optimistic that all the roads that we have gone for inspection after the commercial flag off, I'm very optimistic that all the roads that we have gone for inspection after the commercial flag off will also be done as far as we are concerned later by the end of this year.
Area Council, the chairman of Bogota Area Council, Shimu Muhammad Ikwa, has called on traditional rulers in the council to continue serving as the eyes and ears of constituted authority by maintaining close collaboration with the area council administration and seeking proper guidance on issues affecting their communities. The chairman made the call while receiving district heads from the council, aiding respondent has more.
The meeting with traditional rulers from across the 10 political wards of Gwagwalada area.
Respondent has more.
The meeting with traditional rulers from across the 10 political wards of Gwagwalada Area Council was the first of its kind since Comrade Kasum Mohammed Ikwa assumed office. The chairman thanked the traditional rulers for the visit and described them as custodians of the people. He urged them to remain committed to their traditional responsibilities by treating all residents fairly and avoiding partisan politics.
They are expected to see everybody, to be there, want to guide us. But some of them are taking the line of being, they are expected to see everybody, to be there, want to guide us. But some of them are taking the line of being partisan, and I'm advising them as fathers. That should not be their position.
Comrade Ikwa also used the opportunity to educate the district and village heads on the dangers of illegal mining, urging them to always liaise with the area council administration to ensure proper regulation and enforcement.
As community leaders, and is supposed to liaise with the local government authority for proper regulation and enforcement, so that the activities of illegal mining will not have a devastating effect in our land, and at the same time not to infringe on the right of the owners of the land that operate, and as well not to allow the activity take place unknown to us, that whatever you do to us either as revenue will not be missed.
Also speaking during the meeting, a former chairman of Gwagwalada Area Council, Alhaji Mustapha Adamu Danze, congratulated Comrade Ikwa on his victory at the polls and the recent election petition tribunal judgment, noting that it was now time to focus on governance. Danze described the chairman's meeting with the district and village heads as timely and commendable.
He spoke about security arrangement of the area council, who is also responsibility of the traditional institutions. He also spoke about the peace coexistence between the government and the people of the area council, who is also the responsibility of the traditional institutions to also abide by. I am overwhelmed.
Speaking on behalf of the district heads, the district head of Zuba, Alhaji Ibrahim Adamu, said they were at the chairman's office to congratulate him on his victory in the last FCT area council election and to assure him of their full support and cooperation. Those in attendance included the Council's Director of Administration, Alhaji Abdullahi Yusuf, and the Speaker of the Gwagwalada Area Council Legislative Arm, Honorable Adamu Ishaku Kangiwa. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
Now on the Area Council. Area Council, Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali, has held an interactive session with 105 head teachers and heads of department of the Kwali Local Education Authority aimed at addressing challenges facing primary education and improving learning outcomes. The meeting, attended by the chairman of the Nigeria Union of Teachers NUT FCT Wing, Comrade Muhammad Abdullahi Shafas, provided an opportunity for teachers to present their concerns, including outstanding financial entitlements and improved welfare. Speaking on behalf of the teacher, the head teacher, Mr. Enoch Simon, congratulated the chairman on his election and upheld for the payment of outstanding benefits as well as greater attention to teachers' welfare. Responding, Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali assured the teachers of his administration's commitment to strengthening basic education despite limited financial resources. He pledged to improve teachers' welfare, upgrade school infrastructure, and clear outstanding entitlement in phases as revenue improves. The chairman also directed the Education Secretary to repair all faulty LEA vehicles and ensure the distribution of statutory and stationery and other teaching materials to schools before the next academic session. He reaffirmed his commitment to working closely with teachers to build a more effective primary education system in Kwali Area Council. Away from the Area Councils now, Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Federal Capital Territory Administration Chapel, has concluded its 2026 Press Week with a public lecture and a award presentation ceremony aimed at promoting accountability, transparency, and responsible citizenship. The event held in Abuja on Thursday was centered on the theme Tax Compliance and Good Governance in the FCT. Balumi Adeyemi tells us more.
Federal Capital Territory Administration directors, tax experts, media executives, and members of Nigerian Union of Journalists FCT Chapel gathered to deliberate on the role of tax compliance in promoting sustainable development within the Federal Capital Territory. The event provided a platform for stakeholders to examine the relationship between citizens' tax obligations and the government's responsibility to provide quality infrastructure and essential social services. Chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists FCTA Council, Comrade Grace Ike, noted that the media has a crucial role to play in educating citizens on the importance of paying taxes and ensuring that public funds are utilized transparently and efficiently.
To my colleagues here present, let us pursue these subjects with the professionalism and ethical rigor that our badge demands. Avoid sensationalism, verify before you publish, contextualize figures and claims, and balance criticism with recognition of reforms where they exist. Consider investigative partnership, data-driven stories, and community-focused pieces that show how tax policies affect everyday lives in the FCT.
During the public lecture, the keynote guest speaker, Dr. Paul Alaje, and other speakers highlighted the importance of strengthening tax administration systems, increasing public awareness, and building trust between the people and the government.
Taxation, therefore, is not fundamental about revenue. No, it is about trust. It is about legitimacy. It is about the social contract that binds the government to the governed.
Your ground rent, your CFO, your water rate, name it, every single penny you pay to the government is being used judiciously.
We should pay our tax so that there will be enough to bring development all around.
The NUJ-FCTA Chapel 2026 Press Week also featured an award ceremony to honor distinguished journalists and media professionals who have demonstrated excellence, integrity, and commitment to ethical journalism. Balumi Adeyemi, Aso Television News.
Turns more stories. Do stay with us.
They are stories that make the heart race. where love is born in the most dangerous moments.
Ali was actually Poyraz Ali.
Each secret can destroy everything. Love, passion, power, lies.
It's not the first time you let me down. It was my mistake for trusting an idiot like you.
The dramas that make you feel everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus.
Many thanks for staying there. Now to the rest of the stories. The senator representing Bayelsa West and the Nigeria Democratic Party NDP national leader, Senator Henry Seriake Dixon, was conferred with an award sustaining the growth of democracy in Nigeria. The award was conferred on him by the Diplomatic Digest in Abuja. Speaking after the conferment, Senator Dixon expressed a deep sense of satisfaction, thanking the organizers for identifying him out of many for the award. He said he has dedicated the award to all Nigerians while calling on all politicians to ensure that democracy in Nigeria is sustained. Earlier, the publisher of the Diplomatic Digest, Mr. Kennedy Perete, said the awardees were carefully selected based on the distinctive achievement each of them has recorded for the development of Nigeria's democracy. The guest speaker was the Provost of Anti-Corruption Academy, Professor Sharif Gali Ibrahim. And moving on, the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, IPCR, the Office for Strategic Preparedness and Resilience, and the National Orientation Agency has strengthened collaboration to drive the nationwide implementation of Nigeria's national peace policy. The partnership was reaffirmed during a working meeting involving the three federal institutions in Abuja, where they agreed to deepen cooperation in promoting peace, national unity and social cohesion across the country. The agencies noted that the national peace policy provides a framework for preventing violent conflicts and fostering sustainable peace in all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory through a whole-of-society approach. They also underscored the importance of public awareness and community engagement, stressing that collaboration among government institutions, civil societies, traditional and religious leaders, the media, and citizens is key to the policy success. Now, the institution reaffirmed their commitment to accelerating the implementation of the national peace policy, describing peace building as a critical pillar for strengthening national unity, enhancing security, and supporting inclusive socio-economic development in line with the renewed Hope Agenda. And now the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, has inaugurated a technical working group to fast-track the establishment of the Armed Forces College of Medicine and Health Sciences, with plans for the institution to commence academic activities in the 2026 academic session. Speaking in Abuja, Dr. Alausa described the proposed college as a strategic investment in national security and human capital development, saying it will provide the military with a steady supply of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals trained specifically for military service. The minister said the institution would end the armed forces' long-standing dependence on civilian universities for medical personnel training and ensure the healthcare professionals are equipped to meet the unique operational demands of military service. Dr. Alausa noted that the initiative complements the federal government's ongoing expansion of medical education, revealing that annual admissions into medicine and dentistry have increased. The federal government's ongoing expansion of medical education, revealing that annual admissions into medicine and dentistry have increased from about 5,000 to over 10,000 students, while nursing enrollment has risen to nearly 120,000 nationwide. He directed the National Universities Commission to fast-track accreditation processes and disclosed that discussions had been held with the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board to ensure the college is included on the admissions portal ahead of the 2026 academic session. Chairman of the Technical Working Group, Major General Idris Babatunde Solebo, said the college will be located at the Nigerian Army Reference Hospital, Kaduna, and is being developed under the model of the United States Uniformed Services University. He added that the armed forces currently face a 93% deficit in medical personnel, making the establishment of the institution a critical national priority. Away now, Short Start Schools, Abuja, held its graduation ceremony for the class of 2026 on the theme Soaring Beyond Limit, with a call on the graduating student to continue to uphold the unique values of integrity, discipline, and compassion instilled in them as they begin a new chapter in their life journey. Daniel Obi reports.
Speaking on behalf of the chairman and CEO, Mr. Basi Eteta Ita, his representative, Mr. Eta Asi Eteta Ita, urged the graduates to carry forward the discipline, character, and excellence nurtured by the school. He encouraged them to face life's challenges with courage, discipline, and perseverance.
Your character, integrity, discipline, compassion, and respect for others will ultimately define your success. Continue to pursue excellence, remain humble, your achievements, and never stop learning.
Today is not merely another event on our school calendar, but it is a celebration of dreams fulfilled, lives transformed, and futures launched.
As you leave this school, remember that your certificate is not your greatest achievement. Your integrity, kindness, discipline, and the values you cultivated here will take you much farther than any examination results ever can.
The ceremony was marked by mixed emotions as students celebrated completing high school while expressing sadness at parting ways with friends and teachers. Many describe the day as both exciting and emotional as they prepare for university and other pursuits.
It's a sentimental feeling. Obviously, we're going to see some of our friends in school. We're still going to go to the same university. But it's really sad that some of these people, some of these students, that this is going to be the last time I'm going to see them. It's really sad. But I hope I'll be able to see all of my friends once again.
I'm going to miss every day I spend with my amazing friends, the teachers who encourage us to go further in life.
Parents commended the school management and staff for their commitment to academic excellence and character building. They noted that the holistic training received by the students had prepared them for higher institutions and for life beyond the classroom.
I'm so happy that my child has been there. I love the way they train the children. They mold them to be able to face the future. They make them not to depend on the society, but the society should depend on them. So I'm proud of Short Start.
I'm so happy for my son of yesterday. Leaving high school to uni. I'm so happy, I'm so excited. And I say, may the name of God be praised.
The event also featured speeches, musical
and I said, may the name of God be praised.
The event also featured speeches, musical performances, and the presentation of award of recognition to outstanding students who distinguished themselves in learning and character, as well as to staff members for exceptional service. The award, according to the school management, is to celebrate diligence and inspire continued excellence. Daniel Obi, Aso Television News.
Now let's take you to business. Federal government says saving generated from the removal of fuel subsidy and foreign exchange reforms have been largely offset by rising debt servicing costs and increased public spending. Speaking at the African Emerging Market Forum in Abuja, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Taiwo Yedele, said the reforms had eliminated subsidies that previously consumed about 5% of Nigeria's gross domestic product. He explained that the higher borrowing costs, which have been risen from about 8% to as much as 24% alongside the implementation of the new 70,000 naira minimum wage, have significantly increased government expenditure. He added that funding for the student loan program, which support more than 1.5 million students, has also contributed to the spending increase. The minister, however, defended the reform, saying a temporary decline in real incomes was unavoidable following the subsidy removal. He noted that government would measure progress using indicators such as multidimensional poverty, real per capita income growth, and income inequality rather than relying solely on GDP growth figures. Away now, the Federal Ministry of Finance has called for deeper collaboration between government and professional institutions, noting that this is key as Nigeria works to... Federal Ministry of Finance has called for deeper collaboration between government and professional institutions, noting that this is key as Nigeria works to build a more resilient, competitive and sustainable economy. A press statement signed by the Head Information and Public Relations to the Ministry, F.A. Ovakpore, indicates that the Permanent Secretary Special Duties at the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Mohammed Sanusi Danjuma, made a call in Abuja during a meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Institute of Architects International Integrated Research for Development Conference Programs, the NIA. The Permanent Secretary acknowledged that achieving sustainable growth required purposeful partnership that harness professional expertise, innovation and institutional capacity, while urging the Institute to sustain its commitment to innovation and professional development. Mr. Danjuma reaffirmed that strategic partnership remains indispensable to building an economy that is stronger, more competitive, and better positioned to meet the aspirations of present and future generations. Earlier, the chairman of NIA Infradco, Architect M.B. Bello, explained that the Institute is committed to promoting professional excellence through research, executive education, consultancy and innovation, which aims to bring the gap between academic knowledge and professional practice for architects and other built environment professionals. Now, Nigeria recorded a remarkable outing at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow as para-athletes Goodness Nwachukwu shared her own world record to win gold in the women's F42 discus throw. The 27-year-old produced a stunning final throw of 39.66 meters to successfully defend her title and claim her fourth world record Wales. Now, the African record holder's second victory with a throw of 21.07 meters overtake New Zealand Tom Walls, who settled for silver, while England's Scott Lincoln claimed bronze. The triumph marks a major milestone for the five-time African champion who upgraded the silver medal he won at the 2018 Games. Meanwhile, Nigeria's sprint hurdle star Toby Amusan battled through injury to claim bronze in the women's 100 meters hurdles. The world record holder finished third in a time of 12.60 seconds, extending her Commonwealth Games medal streak to 3 consecutive editions despite nursing a knee injury sustained during Team Nigeria's training camp in Aberdeen. Well, congratulations to them. That's more we can take on Aso Briefing. Thank you for your time. Do stay with us for a flagship news at 3 p.m. I am Joy Annie. Good afternoon.